me get into the substitutions real quick. And when I originally wrote this, I've got an outline for you of how you rank compared to other natural lifters, which you can see in the article, and that chart is based on these exercises. But I actually prefer the substitutions. So that chart is still going to be useful, but you're just going to have to approximate your strength ranking based on the substitutions. And the reason I want you to look at your strength ranking, you can see in the article, I've given you links to your strength ranking as well as your genetic potential. And the reason I want you to see that is because I want you to see how much you have to lift to get to where you want, okay? So if you want to be advanced and you want 50 pounds of muscle, okay, you're going to have to say, all right, I'm 5'7" or whatever, and you're going to plug into the chart how much you need to lift per body weight to get to your bench press. So you know that, okay, your long-term goal for the bench press is going to be, 220 pounds or something like that, okay? It's very important. And then you can set your yearly goals. So every year you should have goals in the back of your notebook or in your Google Keep for the 4 key lifts, and write them down and say, this is what I want to hit. So let's say you're new to training, your bench press is 100 pounds. By the end of the year, you want to hit, let's say, 150 pounds. So you're always measuring and you always have something to work forward or work towards. And your entire time in the gym for that year should be devoted to achieving those goals. And I'm telling you, once you hit those strong goals, you don't have to worry about the muscle, because the muscle will come on. You get stronger, you will put muscle on. Now, substitutions. Barbell bench press, I would substitute this with the Incline bench press machine. I prefer the seated Incline machine from Hammer Strength or Life Sciences. It comes with weight plates that you attach on the side, and this is better than bench press for a number of reasons. Number one, you don't need a spotter. You cannot do a barbell bench press to fatigue without a spotter, guys, because if you're pushing to proper fatigue, that means you can't lift the bar. And if you can't lift the bar, that bar is going to drop on your chest and you're going to be in big trouble. So unless you have a consistent spotter who's going to come with you to the gym every single time, you cannot do the barbell bench press, okay? Not an option. Number two, the Incline bench press machine is way easier on your shoulders. I find the range of motion on bench press is bad for my shoulder, as I had a bench press injury that is still there to some extent, but the Incline press does not affect my shoulder in the same way, and I've heard that from other guys. Also, I prefer machines to free weights, and this is going to go in opposition to a lot of what you hear, because the machine acts as a stabilizer, whereas with the free weight you have to recruit your stabilizer muscles. Now, a lot of guys like free weights for that very reason, for activating the stabilizer muscles and all that, and they think it makes them bigger, but I don't like having to use too many stabilizer muscles, because that's where you get injured, okay? You're trying to hold on to the bench press, and one side is slipping a bit lower than the other, and you're trying to stabilize, and the bench press is off-centered, and you give too much of a push, and boom, okay, your left shoulder went out. All right, this is what happened to me exactly, and I still have problems with that right shoulder. When the machine does the stabilizing and it has the range of motion already laid out for you, you don't have to worry about that, okay? I've never got injured when using the machine. And it's true that there's something to say about the stabilizer muscles, but it doesn't matter. All you have to do is just lift more, okay? People will say, the Incline press is easier. It is, but that only means you're able to lift maybe like another extra 20% or another extra 20 pounds. So what you do is you just put more weight on the Incline press, and then it's going to give you the same results. Substitution number 2, barbell squat. The best the best thing you can do is the hammer strength V squat machine. This is an awesome machine. Doesn't hurt your back. Has the same function as a squat, and the way the V squat, the way that it's set up is so that it takes the pressure off of your knees. And if you're going to be squatting for a long time, this is super important. This is still part of my routine, the hammer strength V squat. If your gym doesn't have that, I would recommend using the leg press machine. Just make sure that that you can rack it up. The leg press machine will have a lever, and then it'll have, the hooks, and you just don't want to have the leg press machine, the weight come down on you where you can't lift it up anymore and you're stuck there. You want to have it where you can rack it right at the bottom. Or if it's a more vertical leg press machine, then you don't have to worry about that. But just make sure that it's an ass to grass, meaning that the position that you're going to when you retract the machine is as low as possibly can go, right? So you want to mimic the squat from ass to grass as much as possible. And I've grown plenty on the leg press machine. It is perfectly fine if you don't have the V squat. And I would prefer you guys doing leg press to the barbell squat. Okay, it is harder to measure. It's going to be harder to see how you rank with natural lifters, but I would almost tell all of you guys to avoid the barbell squat. You need the spotter, and it is very hard on your back. And if you have any type of scoliosis like I do, the barbell squat is a no-no. So weighted chin-ups are great, but I got rid of my weights, my weighted belt. I would just substitute those with standard grip pull downs on the pulley machine. This works just as well on building your back, and it takes a lot less energy. But I wouldn't use that until you start plateauing with weighted chin-ups. I think weighted chin-ups are a really good way to build up your physique, and they work everything, your biceps, your back. So I would recommend you do the weighted chin-ups. And if you can't do a weighted chin-up, you start with just doing chin-ups with no weight. You get to 8, and then you start adding some weight. Finally, barbell deadlift. The substitution I recommend, as I said before, is the trap bar deadlift. This is especially good if you have lower back problems or you have any type of back problems, and it tends to put more of the focus on your upper back, and I find it's just overall a much better experience. It feels much better, and it feels much less dangerous. I've never got injured on doing the trap bar deadlifts, but I've come close a few times with the barbell where I realized I needed to stop because I didn't feel comfortable about pushing that to fatigue. It was making even though my lower back was straight, it does not feel good to me. And the barbell deadlift is next to the squat probably the most dangerous exercise that you can do. So you got to be really careful with that. I would recommend either buying a trap bar or going to a gym that has one. The larger gyms usually will have a trap bar, so don't hesitate to ask.